Georgia, I have a question for you. Would you take a 50-50 chance at $5 million or death? Why or why not?
でも今なら幼いかも。そう。
Tell me why. Why you not gonna push it? Tell me why.
なんかね、なんて言うんだろう。VTuber になってからいろんな人にこうやって支援してもらってすごいなんか今豊かに生活してて、なんか配信が一番楽しいからそれができないのが一番嫌だけど VTuber 前なら迷わず押してた。
Pikamee said, if I wasn't a VTuber, I'm gonna press this button right away. What? Same! Pikamee, do you want to go back? If you can, do you want to go back? If you can go back and change something, do you want to?
No, this is my happiest moment in my life right now. My school would suck, and I don't want to go back though.
Nice. Me too. Me too.
Yeah!
Hey there, chat. Let me get some music on and do a little preface to a lot of this because I feel a bit bad since I planned to do something else today and it turned out the way it did. No one wanted it to turn out this way, but you know, it is what it is. So hold up. Let me get the music on. And I'll tell you this, chat, as a preface. You can think of me whatever you wish, but stay civil. This isn't that kind of stream that you think it is. As I am all about free speech anyway, if you go overboard, I will not hesitate to bonk you. So stay civil and, you know, instead of blaming groups, maybe you should attack the argument first of all, instead of, you know, going down to all of the shit that other people would also like to label against you. So stop doing these sweeping statements, otherwise I'll just bonk you, and that's gonna be the end of it. Because I won't be tolerating bullshit. I won't tolerate bullshit in the chat, and I won't tolerate bullshit anywhere else. So I don't want to sound harsh, but it is the way it is. So without that unpleasantness out of the way, how are you guys doing? How are you guys coping with the situation? What do you guys think? As much as I've already heard some of you express your feelings about it, I still want to know how you guys think about it. Because I haven't actually prepared much. This is more like an impromptu stream. And we're gonna be looking live through a lot of stuff that's currently going on Twitter regarding this. Sad and very angry. Well, yeah, that's the common feeling that people have. Bad, very sad. The alcohol doesn't numb the pain at all. I think most people have similar feelings on it. Yeah, I guess that's true. I don't think anyone, well, except like a few individuals that I've seen on Twitter, they are gonna be happy about what happened. But yeah, for all of those that don't know what this stream is about, which I don't think there's any people like that here, Amano Pikamee of VOMS has officially announced that she'll be graduating from VTubing activities on the 31st of March of this year. This has come as a surprise to everybody. No one expected this. people were worried this is gonna happen, and this is sending waves through VTuber community right now. It's just as bad, or even worse, if you want to take that stance. When Coco graduated, it's very similar, and people are a lot angrier than they were when Coco graduated. A lot of people are, of course, remembering all the fun times they had with Pikamee. Remember them fondly. People are making clips, making videos, posting some of their favorite Pikamee moments on there. To me personally, Pikamee was like one of the few streamers, and probably the only VOM streamer that I watched regularly. At least that was the case like 1 year ago. When it comes to her content, there's a lot of chill vibes there, and there was always this sense of how would you even define that? A sense of friendliness that no other VTuber could provide. Pikamee felt really genuine in what she was doing. Like, one of the few VTubers that actually felt really innocent to me. Like, she didn't know much about specific things that were going on in the world, and having her learn new things from the chat was always a delight. Seeing her react to stuff, her being silly, all of these things were pretty fun. And let's not forget her amusing laughter that no other VTuber can recreate, and don't think anyone else will be able to do it. Unless there's someone that really sounds very similar to a kettle. So, yeah. Pikamee will be remembered fondly by everyone. Well, most everyone. Because I'm sure there are already bitter people. Bitter people that you can see on my Twitter account especially. Let's not forget that people that make it about themselves too. We'll get to the meat of things in a moment. I'm just kind of shooting the shit at the moment, since this is not something that I actually had planned today, as I mentioned before. I wanted to do something completely different. I wanted to do February VTuber drama recap. I even wrote up a small script to it, so I wouldn't have to remember things just as they happened. I even put it in some chronology, but unfortunately, Pikamee's graduation announcement happened, and that's the story of it. So since I don't have that much prepared, I did plan for us to go live on Twitter and just take a look what people are saying, just using the search function and discussing what we can find, because there's a lot of things to discuss there. There's an overwhelming amount of positivity that's currently aimed at Pikamee, but also a lot of negativity, especially on the people that contributed to some degree to her graduating. And I do think what happened with the Hogwarts Legacy stuff did contribute to it, but personally, I don't know if that's all of it. I'd think that Pikamee, even as sensitive as she was as a person, I'd think that she would be able to endure what happened to her before the failed Hogwarts Legacy stream that she never did. So I think there will be some things in the background maybe that led to this. Maybe something that happened before that. Who really knows? It's kind of hard to sorry. It's kind of hard to define what really caused it. But I don't think the Hogwarts Legacy stuff helped in the slightest. I did a whole stream about it, so if any of you are interested about what happened during that time, And if you're not aware of what actually did happen, you can go watch that one. Give you a quick rundown of that. Pikamee came back after a longer hiatus, enjoying some time with her family as well. And her first comeback stream was supposed to be Hogwarts Legacy. But of course, at that time, Twitter activists already activated their engines and decided to make Pikamee guilty about potentially streaming the game. They went after her, telling her how disappointed they are in her, what the game does to people, or at least what they claim the game does, what the game supports. You know, the usual gaslighting stuff and guilt tripping, which a lot of people even nowadays say it's not harassment, but to me that is harassment. If you constantly try to make someone question their decisions about playing a fucking video game, which is, you know, as ridiculous as this sounds, all of this shit is about a fucking video game. A whole month was centered around a fucking one stupid video game about wizards. It created waves of harassment. It split the VTuber community into several camps, trolls rampant all around, harassment, death threats, death wishes, like you name it. Things happened. There was even a suicide scare that people tried to use as ammunition against Silvervale. Tried to pin a fake suicide, a thing that turned out to be fake later on Silvervale and her community. Shit was awful. And all of this because of a stupid video game about fucking children casting magic spells at each other, going abracadabra or whatever the fuck else is in Harry Potter. I don't know that much about Harry Potter to know what kind of spells they use, but it looks very silly to me. So yeah, let's look at Twitter. First of all, let's look at my account. This is gonna be a bit different because I don't have screenshots prepared, but there's this live feed that I have here. And let's hope it scrolls properly. Okay, it scrolls properly. Let me look for my own account. It's good that all my shit is marked as sensitive content. It's very sensitive. And let me check if this looks actually proper. Here's Pikamee doing her one last request, asking people to call her that she has a boing boings. I'm at least glad that Pikamee is in sort of good spirits about it. At least outwardly. Because if you remember, before Pikamee went radio silent after February 7th, she changed her avatar to one that looked like a very exhausted Pikamee. The moment she came back, she returned it to this really happy avatar. Hold up. This is one of the guys that tried to pin, tried to use Pikamee for his own needs. Like, Pikamee accepted that she was wrong and grew as a person. Silvervale, on the other hand, has shown she absolutely does not care for trans people. So that's his interpretation of everything that fucking happened. And currently the guy has his account protected. I know what he says behind that protection. Not anything that would indicate any sort of regret. So there's that. I I won't rag too much on this guy, even though he's exceptional. But the only thing he cares about is making virtual signal points. So he's pretty fucking useless. This one's also pretty fucking funny. Either we've got a lot of silver veil. Oh, this doesn't even show up properly, but I'm gonna read it anyway. The way it is, so sorry for the scuff. Hold up. Either we've got a lot of Silver Veil and Pikamee fans telling the world now that they want trans people dead in response to backlash over Hogwarts Legacy streams. And a lot of far-right is taking advantage of the drama, running psyops to gin up anti-trans sentiment, or both. A few things here. First is backlash against VTuber. I know, I put it that way. That's why it looks so bad. So let me fix it before I do anything else. So yeah, give me a moment. Because I wanted the window to be smaller at first, but it won't work like that for this format. Okay, I think this is good enough now. If it isn't, I'll just readjust the windows as we go. A few things here. First, backlash against the VTuber is enough to make someone turn against an entire demographic. They were never really an ally, period. Second, it's so easy for bad actors to take advantage of a moment like this, so I have to assume they're doing so. Again, in a sense, I do agree with this person, but they go into very weird lengths. So again, work points about Hogwarts Legacy. Third, never threaten streamers. If anyone did that, shame on them. That's not good, okay, and should never be tolerated. Fourth, streamers, for Christ's sake, stop stripping this fucking game. Come on. See, points I can agree with, but that fourth one is just ridiculous. Why would you not want to stream a game just because, you know, it makes some activists mad? It's just streaming a fucking game. I'm so sick of repeating the same fucking point. It's just a game. In the long line, it won't do anything. Playing it won't change anything. It certainly won't change anything in J.K. Rowling's mind about anything regarding that. It's so fucking silly, the way it is. On the other hand, we also have people like this, which are even more ridiculous to me. Hey, T-slurs, woman face freaks, since you forced Pikamee to retire, I hope that 41% skyrockets to 100, because you are a disgrace to humanity and you deserve eternal sadness of your delusional homosexuals. Exceptional, I'm simply putting the garbage in its place. So yeah, all of this activated actual transphobic people as well. And if they aren't transphobic, they are fucking trolling and pretending to be transphobes. Although, you know, some of them have these fucking allegiances. And let's not forget that there are actual trolls that are also pretending to be trans people in order to troll. But it's not everything troll options. Like, it's not troll gay ops all the fucking time. There's actual people that mean what they fucking say. So if you define some of these as trolls or not, you have to use your own fucking discretion when it comes to that stuff. Oh, this one's unrelated. This one's fucking awesome too. This one is more than likely a gay op. This one is most likely a gay op if I ever seen one. The fact that it was caused because people couldn't handle a video game is absurd. If you seriously thought that harassing Pikamee over a wizard game was right, reevaluate your morals right now, cause that's wild. She left because transphobes like you are harassing and beating trans people for existing. Get over it. You're still supporting a transphobe in the process. Stop it. Which transphobe would I be supporting, pray tell? Pikamee. How is she transphobic for playing a video game? If you think that you're literally part of the problem, and why trans people don't have many supporters as they should. For attempting to support a transphobe when she could have just been fucking quiet and not bothered at all. Hold up, hold the fuck up. What do you mean Pikamee fucking graduated him off? It means another transphobe is gone. Again, I do think that this guy is just fucking trolling because all of his responses on this specific account is trying to antagonize people for whatever fucking reason. Pikamee shared stories about being bullied in school because she was different. She talked about VTubing finally being the place where people accepted and loved her. For her to graduate in this manner is the pinnacle of disrespect for the love and joy she brought to the world. Damn, bullying people not liking her made her weird transphobe? Who would have guessed? Hope she actually goes outside. God damn, this guy's just another fucking level. She was a piece of shit. Get over it. Jesus Christ, man. Fuck up, transphobe. Holy fuck. Everything is spiraling out of control. I didn't even make a lot of posts about it. There's so much more stuff to go through after this. Everything's fucking exceptional. This one's unrelated. This one's showing 4chan's reaction to this whole thing. They had a sticky. I think they removed the sticky already. But it was all about Pikamee's graduation, and they even had some of Pikamee's music playing over there. Here's Ike, my favorite fucking person in the whole wild world. Ike, who inserts herself into every single fucking drama in order to dunk on people, usually people that are just completely innocent. VTuber fans are having a normal one today, linking some posts, some of which are, of course, transphobic. Pikamee is a lolly show. We should have done it sooner, LMAO. Again, people like that aren't helping anybody. All of this is just fueling flames in every single aspect. I don't know how much of the VTuber community is gonna burn down and how much time it will take for the discussion to actually fucking go away. But it's gonna be a while. The Silver Veil stuff started to die down a bit after a fucking month. And this thing is just starting. This is gonna be echoing throughout the VTuber community for many, many days, if not weeks at this point. Stream announcement. This one's also fucking stupid. Trans Discourse 2023. Actual trans issues. We just want to have the same rights as other people and don't want to be murdered by systems of oppression. What cis people think they are. I can't believe that these T-slurs ran off with VTuber Lolita 69. We need a final solution now. I'm really happy that this person just completely omits the fact that people have been going after other people for a whole fucking month just because they decided to play a video game. And they dare to bring up actual trans issues Whereas this whole bullshit started because of something that many people consider a non-issue. Sane people consider playing a video game a non-issue. I'm glad this person has fucking priorities straight and isn't omitting anything that happened. Cis people are so fucking frail. Yeah, because it's cis people and not activists that started this whole fucking thing. This is so fucking silly. This one is also something fucking else. Pikamee is graduating because people bullied her for playing Hogwarts Legacy. Well, she brought that shit upon herself. If you want to play a racist, anti-Semitic game by a turf, then go ahead, but you'll get criticized for it. I don't know what she expected. She doesn't deserve harassment, but also don't play the game. The VTuber fans got to this tweet. I'm locking this shit down before someone calls me N-word in my mentions. Racial slur speedrun, any percent. Hey, let me attack them because we don't care about their perspective about the game. Now that I see even a game actually hurt you people, I can agree that you guys live the life in a hard way. And don't forget about the psychics in elementary, action and reaction. Physics in elementary, action and reaction. Yeah, action and reaction. She played the game. Of course, this person doesn't know she didn't. They got to her before she even started to play the game. She just announced it. She got attacked? The hell did she expect? The game looks like shit too. It's not worth going through all of the bullshit for the mid-ass game that directly supports a turf. Like, attacking her isn't the best way to go about it, but literally what did she think was gonna happen? This has the same fucking vibe as, oh, you dressed a particular way, you probably deserve to get sexual assault. Similar fucking vibes. She lives in Japan and isn't drowning in cultural war bullshit. Well, she has a Western audience, so skill issue on her part. Yeah, skill issue. Oh, this one's fucking fabulous. I wouldn't be surprised if Pikamee is just pretending to retire for the sake of causing a fight in the VTuber community. Just like Silver pretended that she was harassed and doxxed. That shit never happened. 99.9999999% of the people who said anything to her just said they were disappointed in her, and sure, a small amount sent hate, but that's not harassment. Harassment is what her Sims did in retaliation to trans VTubers who never even said anything. This is Pikamee gay ops. You know, the socially awkward girl that's a bit dumb is a master 4D chess player that orchestrated this whole thing in order to put the VTuber community on fire and to make sure that transgender people are gonna get harassed from a backlash to this whole situation. I do wonder what these people smoke in order to come to such conclusions. And here's someone dunking on Taiga using Pikamee's and Yofi's conversation about lollies, and this basically puts back the discussion about Taiga being a pedophile, but of course this whole thing omits the fact that this is a lolicon fucking talk, and this is pretty fucking normal. I get it, how this can look suspicious to anyone not fucking knowing what these people are about, but you know, they just took it and ran with it. They always do. I urge any of my moods who somehow did not know that he's a raging pedophile to acknowledge and unfollow immediately. Oh, by the way, it was only about Taiga. Totally forgot about the fact that the person he's talking about just graduated when I wrote this. It does look bad out of context, but again, these people do not even care about the context. Even if they knew the context, they would still have the same opinion. This one is a different spectrum of silly. Black Sage is someone I see around frequently. Like, he responds to a lot of weird drama, especially one that deals with like lefty politics, and he always has very weird fucking takes on things. From this point forward, I don't ever want to hear the trans community talk about being harassed online ever again. You literally got somebody fired for playing a fucking video game. You bastards better become the very monsters you despised. Fuck Bombs for not standing up for Pikamee. I don't know how far he read and where he got the notion that Pikamee was fired, but you know, to each his own. If he can't read, he can't read. I'm not gonna be teaching him fucking reading 101 or something. Okay, now let's go back to see what people are talking about in when discussing Pikamee, just by looking up Pikamee. Again, a lot of support for Pikamee. While I'm sad about Pikamee graduating and retiring from streaming, these people mistook it as harassment and they want total annihilation of trans people for no reason. What is this? If your sympathy for your entire oppressed group is resigned for the moment some members of said group do something you don't like, you're never an ally. At best, you're doing it to virtue signal. Subhuman Twitter freaks bullied Pikamee and made her retire because she wanted to play a harmless game about wizards. What little sympathy I had for them is completely gone now. Fuck them and anyone who supports their ideology, and this is a TTD. I know what that means, and I'm not gonna say it. Again, it's just people gonna be fighting about this fucking shit, and instead of going after specific people, after specific activists, they're gonna be targeting identity stuff once more. And you know, this will actually incentivize identity activists even more, because this will give them legitimate ammo to use against people, and it's just gonna get worse from this point onward. It's so fucking bad. I'm gonna be real blue and give a fuck about if Pikamee quit because she was bullied or whatever. I don't feel any empathy toward random VTuber number 3947 getting her feelings hurt on the internet. Well, aren't you a nice person? Again, a lot of support for Pikamee going on in these Twitter searches. No, I don't want more people being treated like Pikamee, but attacking others will only make you just as bad as them. Instead of trying to bully the bully, how about you instead try to help the bullied, be there for them, reassure them, and listen to them. Hate only leads to more hate. While I partially agree with that, I think holding people that actually do harass other people accountable is the thing to do that. But otherwise, you know, it is what it is. Let's look at some of the top tweets instead. Again, people expressing a lot of support for Pikamee. Telling people that others not to harass her. This one was interesting, I think, because it tried to portray the whole announcement of VOMs as being misinterpreted by a lot of people. I think this person tried to create a narrative that that the harassment that she received before she went radio silent had no impact on her graduating, because apparently this person decided to read into VOM's announcement too much and see that apparently VOMS was hinting at that they knew Pikamee was gonna graduate before that event. But again, to me, the dates don't line up here, because Pikamee went radio silent on the 7th, and that pop-up store that's mentioned in this thing was announced on the 10th. And this is the guy that basically debunks that misinformation, so I'm gonna read that. This misinformation itself, misinformation itself and the misinterpretation of the announcement. The parts highlighted in blue are what you're referring to, but what about the event announcement? It was simple scheduled so Pika would have attended now. Pika went radio silent on the 7th, not the 10th. I hope they don't, but this time I ignored the writing of what happened, because this is the second time a VTuber I liked and another got bullied into graduation. Those who see my dragon icon know who I mean. I simply don't like when bullies have their way. They simply scheduled it so Pika would be in attendance now, and they've had a month to do it. It'll be the last big event she'll have with her peers. They're simply adding her to the party bus, not changing much else as far as the announcement reads. So yeah, the person here in the OP read too much into it. And the other evidence, at least to me, that would signify that, you know, even if Pikamee's harassment during the whole Hogwarts Legacy thing is not the sole reason for her graduation, I do think it's something that should be factored into it. I do think that it actually contributed to it. If there's anything else behind it, we'll probably won't know unless Pikamee herself or anyone else decides to divulge that information. But as far as that goes, you know, her graduation being planned beforehand, before the 7th, I think is a bit of a stretch. At least I think it is. The other thing that makes me think that the graduation wasn't planned, and it might have been like a spur of a moment decision based on some things happening behind the scene, plus the harassment, is the fact that Hogwarts Legacy is a particularly, I think, lengthy game. And why would you be starting a long game if your graduation is going to be in like 2 months or something like that? Because would she be able to finish, like with her own schedules, would she be able to finish the game within 2 months? I mean, she'd have to stream every other day, I guess, and would also depend how much she plays and all of that. But that fact and the fact that Pikamee's stances when it comes to VTubing were very quite clear. To Pikamee, VTubing was like a safe haven, some place that she felt accepted, considering her history with bullying, of being a halfie, of being a half Japanese person and experiencing bullying from her peers. So VTubing was an escape for her, and as you saw from the clip that I played during the beginning of the stream, it's something that Pikamee held very dear, and it was pretty much everything to her as far as like a career choice and stuff like that goes. So to me, it's possible that something else also happened behind the scenes there. What exactly happened? Again, we may never know that. People keep saying that Pikamee is a bit too kind to divulge that information, but you know, we'll see. We'll see where this thing leads. Let's look at some more tweets. Some of the latest ones. Or maybe some of the top ones. Again, no overwhelming amounts of support for Pikamee. I've never watched or heard of Pikamee because I like to give my patronage and attention to smaller streamers. What happened was wrong, but the mass hate mobilization against trans people is worse. This community needs to do better as a whole. Again, two wrongs don't really make a right. None of these things should happen. But once again, the identity politics activists have given transgender people a bad name once fucking again. And all of this shit activated actual transphobes walking the fuck around and messing with people like they are doing right now. This whole Pikamee situation is doing more harm to the trans community than Hogwarts Legacy ever did. Both these things are doing extreme hard to the perception of trans people online right now. It's so bad. You can be upset about Pikamee graduating. She was a wonderful content creator. What she should not be doing is harassing trans people over it. My fucking god. Well, my sentiment exactly, but you know, some people can stop themselves. Again, go after the people that actually did. Again, this is not endorsement of any actions or anything like that. Don't go out harassing people, but you know, hold the people that actually did something accountable. And there's many people like that to talk about. There's many people to hold accountable for their words in the past and now in the present. There's so many. I was hoping the drama about Hogwarts Legacy would fucking end, but this is the last straw. VTuber Pikamee is quitting, and the keyboard warriors are the Benese, and she was bullied in Japan, now again for want to play a fucking wizard game. Me returning to my toxic self after learning about Pikamee's graduation. Pikamee is a great example of how nonsensical the harassment campaigns are. Normally you would harass with a goal, right? Well, Pikamee actually were fine with not playing the game. She didn't want to upset anybody and apologize. Cancel the stream after. It didn't stop anything. Well, yeah, but that's a bit of a misinterpretation of the situation. She was actually fucking bullied for it, so you know. I don't think she quit because she didn't want to hurt people. I don't think she just wanted to be bullied. Man. Let me read the chat here. The people that should be held accountable are not just the harassers, but also those that held the opinion buying the Hogwarts is an indicator of your moral character. Well, that's part of the harassment campaign, holding those opinions and trying to guilt trip people about it. I think that's part of the harassment of holding such opinion. You tell these people to fuck off. Because playing a video game doesn't define your moral characteristics or your directions. So, you know. Don't do that. If you're here looking to blame me or any trans VTuber for Pikamee's graduation, leave. I loved Pikamee and hate that the LGBT community is being blamed for her graduation. Don't let bad apples speak for the entire LGBT community. We don't want them either. This person, I remember, I think they accused me of being a Nazi, so them talking about bad apples is falling completely flat to me. I remember these people pretty well. I'm quite sure that person called me a Nazi before. Actually, hold up. I need to check. I'm quite sure that this person did call me a Nazi. At some point. Maybe it was someone else. Or maybe she called me a pedophile. Either of these two things. Let's see. Oh, is this person that tried to change the definition of a lolicon? Is she did this? She took the definition of lolicon and then she erased the words and made it any adult who feels a sexual attraction to a child. So yeah, they did that shit. So golf clap to that. It's fucking fantastic. Oh yeah, they did tell. They did accuse me of being a Nazi. There it is. This you? Shut the fuck up, otherwise lolicon defender, and here's a picture of a cartoon Nazi. So yeah, I was remembering, right? So yeah, your non-harassment statements fall very flat. So both implying people are pedophiles and then calling me a Nazi. Very big brained for the person denouncing harassment. Shout out to the best Pikamee tweet before she goes. Yeah, this one was really good. I wonder if she even knew what she was saying. Sometimes Pikamee said things that she didn't properly understand, but that was part of her appeal. Iggy. Pikamee is graduating. Being a trans VTuber is about to get a lot of worse as trans folk will blame trans people for this. These are just 4 random examples I found and it's already begun. Be safe, y'all. It's all about to get a lot worse. I mean, it is, but that's also partially due to the fucking Twitter activists that said they represent you. Which sucks, but it is what it is. Also, they're still using the term Twitter freaks, so thanks Silver for that one. Well, the term Twitter freaks, as Silverway put it, was supposed to be used against actual, abusers and harassers. So if they're using that term against abusers and harassers, they're using it correctly. But if not, then no. Also, the fucking audacity and irony of this person is anti-lolicon and they're using fucking Matsuri. I wish they had a bit more awareness. But they don't. They usually do not have that sort of awareness. I can't. People who legit think the graduation is planned don't know shit about Pikamee at all. They just heard her in early February and did surface level research. Yeah, this is the thing about misinterpreting the announcement once more. It's just reading too far into it. God damn. Dude is trolling 100%. If you mean Iggy, no, Iggy is just not self-aware. Iggy is a person I've covered before. They've been around as long as I had this account, and they've always been like this. So this isn't anything new here. Here's Taiga talking about it too. The whole VTuber world is talking about it. There's Kung Fu Man. I'd take Kung Fu Man a lot more serious, but he's been running defense for someone that fabricated false evidence to accuse someone of being a pedophile. So yeah, even people that virtue signal that sounds reasonable sometimes have their own skeletons. I feel so bad that I remembered all of these fucking people. Like all of these fucking snakes. This was pretty cute. This was about Pikamee. I'm gonna play this one. I really like this clip.
I do get questions from people like, do you recommend your current job to the people like that? I don't consider this as a job because I'm having fun. Aren't you having fun at work right now? This is not a job or work, so I consider myself that this is a... What is this? I don't know. Hobby? Still, I don't consider this as a job. So, but I don't know how to describe it. So, it doesn't feel like it's a job though, so I'm not sure I'm gonna call this a job, but it's fun, and I do love it. So I do recommend it. If it's not a job, doesn't that mean that you are neat? Yeah. Yes, I am. Yes, I am, Dayo. Truly. So, I do get questions from people like, do you recommend your current job to the people? Like,
I'm gonna miss those. No one's gonna be able to recreate that sort of stuff. Man. This one's pretty on point, I'd say. This whole Pikamee quitting will lead to more hate against trans people discourse reminds me of this. I miss Norm MacDonald too. He was fucking great. What terrifies me is if ISIS were to detonate a nuclear device and kill 15 million Americans, imagine the backlash against peaceful Muslims. People are taking Pikamee's graduation way out of context as an excuse to hate on trans people. VTubers can just quit on the spot. It was probably planned months in advance. Well, it wasn't planned months in advance. Respect elves or Marsh is known to dunk on trans people, so him doing that is nothing fucking new. But yeah, he took this opportunity as well. So many fucking people coming out. Overwhelming support, overwhelming support. And now I'm gonna put in Pikamee and trans. You'll see how much of that stuff there is. There's so many tweets. Almost every minute that deal with the trans discourse and Pikamee. Please don't blame it on trans people. Wait, wasn't this person responsible for harassing someone? I vaguely recall they were. This avatar... we dislike pro-shippers and bigots. Yeah, that kind of tells me something. Already. I think they had something to do to say, and say about Silvervale? Let's investigate. I think I remember that right. Okay, I can fully say this now. Fuck Silvervale, fuck her completely. Hope her career fails. Oh my fucking lord, she's a bigot. Seriously, I'm fucking done with most corpos. At first I gave her a slight benefit of the doubt. But after this, I have no sympathy for her. Oh, of course. You're fucking great. The fact that I recall random people harassing other people is something fucking special. Special ability. Oh, this is the Tenma tweet. I'm sad she got fucking bonked for that. What did oh yeah, this is what Tenma's original tweet said. This is dumb and stupid. For founder ruining cunts, get the rope. And then she had to clarify because her management told her to do so. For manager's decision to clarify, the bullies get the rope. You fucking idiots. The Tenma's hardcore. You don't fuck with this tiny Japanese lady. I think it's important to note the graduation is stated as having been arranged prior to the announcement. No, it isn't. You're pushing that narrative. Nothing there indicates that. And even if it happened, it's not indicated in there. Nothing was saying about bullying and harassment. Bullying and harassing is terrible, but this graduation has nothing to do with that. The narrative that this was because of bullying is being used to target and harass trans people and others, which isn't helpful, and it also used unfair Pikamee to be used that way. Well, you're using Pikamee too to defend yourself, but again, I don't think the narrative crafting is a thing that others are doing. Your misinterpretation of the text of this part right here. This event will be planned and implemented after we shared the Pikamee graduation with Marui in advance. They are taking this in advance and completely omitting that will be planned and not was planned. Also, the dates don't line up. Pikamee's attitude towards VTubing doesn't line up. Pikamee's game choice for her return doesn't line up with this narrative. But Marina is also a person that has been downplaying Silvervale's own fucking harassment. So, you know, portraying herself as a victim and others as a victim is something that she has been doing. I hope that trans activists that bullied Pikamee realize that most people didn't give two fucks about trans before all of this. The ambivalence turning to hate in a lot of communities. Now, congratulations, you all chuckle fucks will single-handed keep transphobia alive. Yeah, in a lot of aspects this is true. There's so many transphobes going around just fucking with people right now. And if I go too in depth on that, it's just gonna be bonked by everything. Pikamee's graduation is devastating. However, shit is about to get far worse for trans VTubers. Reminder: I didn't ask for anyone to be harassed on my behalf. Those people don't speak for the trans community. And that's the correct stance to have. And again, there's like a tweet every single minute about this. Real fucking waves. And I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people attaching themselves to this for days to come. They're gonna be not only using Pikamee's name to shit on one side, but also the other side will do the same thing as justification for further harassment and more incitement of shit. But you know, Twitter is unhinged. But you know what other place is unhinged, which I haven't really explored in my streams yet? 4chan is also unhinged. I bet they'll have some choice shit to say it as well. So, let's go look at that. We might return to Twitter at some point, but for right now, let's see what Schizo Central has to go. Let's refresh because this has been there for a while. Pikamee appreciation thread. It's time to go out with a bang. Share all your favorite fan art of clips and other things you like about your favorite kettle. That's normal. Pikamee will take 1 year hiatus during a non-complete close and join Bishoujo on April 1st, 2024. I like schizo threads. Let's see if this post is schizo enough. Yeah, but if I go to Varosu right now, I have to set shit up. I mean, if some posts are deleted, I'll go into Varosu and look it up. Because in the sticky, I know that when there was like the Pikamee sticky, I know a lot of posts in there were deleted, but a lot of them were auto deletions too. I'm not gonna be posting on video. Just looking at them is enough. Pikamee for EN3. Okay, there's some deletions. Of course, flinging slurs at each other. This is nice fan art. What the fuck has been happening in these threads when Pikamee's discussion is getting censored? Was this someone that got banned from that shit? Actually, let's go to Varosu and fucking check. Which post was this? Is this showing up properly? It is. V-Shit is another Amerimat woke company that worships T-slurs and LGBT nut jobs. She won't choose it, she could do something with Kayson. I wonder if this was deleted for racism, because like even though a lot of people call slurs one another on 4chan, sometimes you can get bonked for racism. So I don't know why this particular post. Hafus aren't bullied for being Hafus. Your EO Reddit and slur cunt. Not only they're seen as beautiful and unique figures, it's one of the Japanese traditions, completely different from Amerimat mentally ill Hapas. Is this the same person that's getting bonked here? Yep. It's getting censored, and I think a lot of these are the same person. Wow, this fucking thread got nuked. Between the Kettle's Kiwi Farm shit and now this, I'm getting T-slur fatigue. These freaks nearly destroyed an actual integer, and now they're fracturing subcultures at an unsustainable rate. Yeah, I think a lot of this was the same person. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. Yep. It's just about what I expect. I think this person just got fucking banned and all their posts went with it. Check thread 4. 4 8 0 7 1 1 3. Or did I type that wrong? Was this supposed to be a 5? Oh well. I won't be fucking out with that. Let's check the kettle again. I can't forgive T-slurs for this, just why? Of course. Graveyard graduated tubas. This is why I don't go to Schizo Central. Because there's nothing of value here. You usually just go here to laugh at shit. Because otherwise... Let's try again, because the person in the chat is really trying. 4 4 0 8 7 1 1 3. Oh, this is the sticky. This is the former sticky, rather. So much shit deleted here. And a lot of that was deleted automatically as the sticky was going along. Silvervale allegedly knew Pikamee was graduating beforehand. I just saw. I mean, didn't Silver and Pikamee have had some kind of friendly relations? I know there were other VTubers that talked to Pikamee before, so I'm not surprised that some of them would actually know that. So, but it all depends how much in the past did Silvervale know about Pikamee's graduation, allegedly. Of course, T-slurs, slurs. A lot of slurs everywhere. Like, you sometimes think Twitter is bad, but Jesus. Yeah, 90% of the thread's been deleted, some of it automatically. Western Horde reporting in. What's this? Oh, it's the Dvarnes person again. Went after him too. There's the Tenma thing. Not this one. What was this? It reported someone, I think. The cult of the deranged bullet train streaming bound down to mentally people isn't growing as a person. Stay mad. All the boycott and harassment has done is to show more people the truth behind trans people and the fact that they're all mentally unwell. And someone reported that. Okay, this fucking thread is way too large to search up any good information in it. But by the way, you see what the reaction, like the overall reaction is a wave of slurs and calling for people to get fucked. If it's reportable or not, I don't really care. I'll show what I show. If it gets bonked, it's gonna get bonked. And if they have some issues with it, I'm just gonna delete the stream. If it gets a strike, it gets a strike. I can give a fuck. I'd stream on a different platform, but different platforms I don't think will allow me to stream on fucking 2K ultra wide as I'm doing right now. I refuse to step down from this resolution. I like my resolution. Bros, I'm scared. What if she graduates too? I don't want Zion to graduate, but Zion has been missing for an extended period of time too. I think she went on break, well, suspension rather, not a break, on like the 7th or something like that. So I hope she comes back, but she hasn't. I keep checking on her daily, and she's still not back. So I don't know what the fuck is the timeout on her. I do hope she comes back. She's like the one Niji Sanji that doesn't give a fuck in a proper way. Yeah. VT unhinged as always. Nothing too interesting there. Going back to Twitter just for a second. If the fucking browser allows me. Because it's not. Okay, now it does. And it made my cursor disappear. Now I'm operating the stream blind. Without my fucking cursor. Hold up. Can I get my fucking cursor back? I guess I can't get my cursor back. Windows decided to shit on my cursor. That's the punishment I get. Operating the stream completely blind. Since you know, Since my ability to navigate the stream has been gimped, let me catch up to the fucking chat where I'll try to fix this. I also need to take a drinking break because it's been like an hour 30 minutes and my throat is parched, so I'll be right back as I try to fix this at the same time. Okay, I got my cursor back, reading the chat. I'd be surprised if Zion does come back. I do hope she does come back because she, from what little I've watched of her, she was pretty entertaining. As far as Nijisanjis go, I don't have too much love for Nijisanji Yen. I think a lot of them are derivative of one another. You know, I can only take fucking vulgarity and very exceptional sex jokes to a point. So I'd rather them do something interesting instead of endlessly talking about how much they love to fuck. That gets old intensely fast. So a VTuber like Zion that did at least things moderately different, I can respect that. And the fact that she didn't give a fuck also was pretty interesting. So that's cool in my book. I should do a stream about Nijisanji's failed Discord stream where they tried to pretend to be fucking VT, because that one was pretty funny. They tried to dunk on their haters, but at the same time, it turned out they were dunking on their own fucking co-workers. Just shitting on one another. And making up stuff that even fucking 4chan wouldn't say about specific VTubers. Like they were shitting on Pomo's 3D stream, and like the vast majority of VT really enjoyed that stream, but they decided to mock her instead. That was funny as fuck. Didn't Fruit defend the harassers that attacked Silvervale? It's not that she defended it. I don't think she did much to defend Silvervale in any sort of capacity. She was just virtue signaling and donating to a charity that turned out to have some people supporting pedophiles in it. So, you know. And considering the other things that Fruit allegedly did, and that can be searched up, I think all what she does is a front. I don't think her opinions are genuine. I think she does a lot of things for attention. Is to say the least. I don't believe her. I don't believe in her good intentions. Because VShoujo, at least a lot of the girls in VShoujo are on pretty friendly terms with one another, and they always proclaim, well, a lot of them proclaim how good of friends they are. But I question that now just a bit. At least fruit relationships to the other girls, I wonder how that fucking works out for them. I wonder what goes behind the scenes and what kind of interpersonal relations these girls have with one another. I wonder if they have like an eternal fucking civil war there in VShoujo. Yeah, Fruit has I think has a sister that transitioned into a brother. So that's part where her support comes from, the supposed support. VT can be kind of funny, but it just might be corrupt by people who were fortune users. LOL. I mean, fortune is much different than it was during my day when I still visited frequently. I started off on fortune, like I've been on fortune for many years, on and off. But as with all things on the internet, there's generational shifts when it comes to user bases, and they frequently get shifted around. So at some point, the people that you enjoyed talking to on 4chan aren't going to be there anymore. Even though the whole thing was anonymous, there was a sense of some sense of camaraderie with the people that you talked to, and you if there weren't like trip fags or name fags, you could get along with some people, and you could tell that the atmosphere that they were creating was that of togetherness. The early JP board was kind of like that, but then it all shifted around, and after some time, the people that you enjoyed seeing just weren't there anymore. And that's where you leave and just leave them to their own devices. JP was ruined by Coomers. I don't even know what's going on in JP nowadays. It used to be fun. It used to be a lot of cool Toho threads back in my day. There was some idol stuff. There was some like niche video game stuff before VG was a thing. It was cool. It was fun. Nowadays it's all weird schizo central. VT is just annoying schizo central, and VT calls other people like drama whores and complains about drama, but all the drama stems from their board. All the fucking rats that are usually fucking spread around, they stem from that fucking place. And they're gonna complain about, people breaking containment and shit. But that thing didn't... Like, that kind of thing doesn't work anymore. Like, 4chan isn't a secret club, hasn't been for a long time. People use 4chan to shield themselves all the fucking time. There's so many boards used by companies to shield their fucking products. Like on fucking V, or TV shows on fucking TV. People just go, not even... They aren't even very obscure or sneaky about it. They just outright fucking shield shit. It's so fucking stupid. And if you believe in the notion of breaking containment, like, get a reality check. Everyone fucking checks that place and just exports shit from the board anyway. And I wouldn't, because as you see, VT is pretty exceptional. So dumb. I'll stand by the fact that poop mode ruined 4chan. I think 4chan ruins itself. I don't think it's just one person responsible for it. New management certainly didn't help it in any capacity. I just think that the people, like the shift in user bases from year to year just makes the whole thing so much fucking worse. 50% of channels are feds. I'm sure there's a lot of feds, especially on poll. But we're talking about 4chan right now, and we're supposed to be talking about Pikamee. I mean, what else is there to talk about with Pikamee? It's all very fucking sad. People will be using Pikamee's names for their own means in the days to come, in the weeks to come, probably in the months to come, because Pikamee was everybody's darling. It's incredibly hard to be mad at Pikamee for anything. She was just completely innocent on stuff. Even if you want to fucking... I don't want to go on Reddit. Reddit is boring as shit. There's not gonna be anything interesting on Reddit. I want to see people spurg out. And they have been spurging out just a little bit. But even I get sick of the same arguments being regurgitated. So I'd rather just talk about what I think of Pikamee until we decide to end the stream. Again, today's stream is a bit unstructured, which is a bit chaotic. I know a lot of people like that. It makes me a bit pissed off because I like to have my shit organized, and this impromptu stream is too unusual to me. But it hasn't been bad. At least I discussed what I wanted to discuss. I just wonder where the shit is gonna go, if anything. Like, the Silver Veil stuff has died down to the point where almost no one has been mentioning her. Like, only a few people have been mentioning Silver Veil and Hogwarts Legacy stuff in the recent days. But now this whole thing with Pikamee is gonna revitalize this whole fucking discussion. And it's gonna be so fucking bad from this point onward. People are gonna get trolled, people are gonna get harassed. People are gonna get called names, all kinds of fucking names, bonkable names. So many people are gonna get suspended. And I'm gonna be there to document a lot of that stuff. I wonder where this is gonna go. I'm probably gonna be thinking about it even before I go to sleep, or even when I'm working. That's how fascinating this is gonna be. Let me remove this Twitter. This Twitter is annoying. Let me look up to chat once more. See what you guys been talking about. There's a Twitter account spurging out. Dude has tons of lol in his profile though. Maybe Wyatt will have a thread on it. I keep wondering how Wyatt keeps coming back. Like, how does he manage to come back time and time again? The tweets on the screen. No one is making any assumptions. She did get bullied. She had another break before, but that doesn't mean it has nothing to do with the harassment campaign. Again, I do think it has a lot to do with it. I think it did contribute something to her graduating. There's a lot of evidence, even though it's circumstantial evidence, that Pikamee did want to continue some VTubing activities. So it would be very unusual for her to just right up announce she's graduating. So something must have happened. Wyatt even got retweeted by Hassan, surprisingly. Why would Hassan retweet Wyatt? In what context would Hassan retweet Wyatt? You know, it would be easier for everyone involved, and no one, well, almost no one would have any issues with that. I was thinking about this this sort of thing before the stream. What if everything that happened to Pikamee could just be blamed on Hassan? Like, shitting on Hassan is so fucking easy. I think he would be able to take it. So I'm just gonna craft the narrative in my head, my own rat, that it's all Hassan's fucking fault, and he should get confronted by Sam Hyde because of it. Sam Hyde will come and kill him for Pikamee. That's the narrative I want. I want Sam Hyde to avenge Pikamee by going after Hassan. That's gonna be the best case situation for everyone. No one's gonna have to fight. You got your fucking scapegoat, and it will be hilarious to watch. It's so fucking funny that VTuber matters always intersect with like every single thing on the internet. One day you're watching a VTuber, and the next thing they're related to your fucking favorite e-celeb in some sort of way. Nobody should care about Hassan anyway. Before his political socialism streams, he was doing exactly the same thing Andrew Tate did Sigma videos. Yeah, I've seen those. I actually seen Hassan's fucking content before he became the woke Hassan. That guy is a fucking grifter and poser. Like, I don't know how people fall for it. I think they only gravitate towards the guy because he's handsome and he has a lot of simps. I think that's the fucking thing, because I don't think you go to Hassan for his political opinions, which are fucking milquetoast and for the most part very safe. And if they're not safe, they're basically shitting on the same thing a lot of leftoids are shitting on. So, and you know, I'm not gonna sit around and watch fucking 10 hours streams of his. What the one thing he actually did that's good is the relief fund for the victims of the fucking earthquake. So props for that to him. But the rest is a fucking grift to me. Yes, Twitch protection. I'm quite sure that some of the biggest streamers have that. I mean, how else would all of these fucking titty streamers in bathtubs, inflatable bathtubs, exist on Twitch if they didn't have some sort of protections? I wonder how these people would actually do on Chatterbait. Maybe there's too much competition on Chatterbait, and you know, with Twitch you can always reach bigger audiences, and bigger audiences means bigger profits. So going to Chatterbait, even though if it would be fitting, would lessen their profits substantially. So, yeah. Maybe I'll be successful streamer if I sell my bathwater too. If you can smell it nice, you can pretend you're a girl, and you know, go to some company that bottles up that shit. The bottles are gonna be looking very fancy, but they're gonna be costing nothing. There's a lot of companies that provide this sort of service. You can make mad profit out from simps. Well, Melody was making Chatterbait streamers sieve not long ago. She was making them sieve the moment she decided to be on Chatterbait, which was some years ago as well. They were like, this cartoon character is taking our fucking job. How is Chatterbait's admins allowing this? The arguments flying around in connection to that were like, we have to get up every single fucking morning, put our makeup on, make sure that we are fit, make sure that we are appealing to the audiences, and this girl just puts a fucking cartoon avatar over her face. She's low effort and shit. Yeah, those kinds of arguments they were making. Melody before V Ho Show was based. Garden tools were were made mad. Oh my god, Band VTuber Me is going full transphobe right now. Yeah, he is. I mean, they are because it's an account run by like several people. I don't know why you need several people to run a gimmick account, but I've noticed this has been a trend among gimmick accounts. They always need several fucking people to run them for whatever fucking reason. And what's more hilarious about that, the admins usually fight one another and get into like small internal dramas, and then the account fucking dies because of that drama. It's so fucking funny what happens to these gimmick accounts. I don't know if you guys heard, because this is kind of unrelated to any VTuber matters right now, but there was this gimmick account today. I think it was called Common Trans W, something like that. I think they, if I remember the story correctly, I haven't looked at the account before it got deleted. But didn't that account like push some transgender child into suicide, something like that? I've seen something like that happening. It was wild. I've seen some screenshots from the aftermath of that happening. And the ironic part of that is that apparently that child that was pushed to suicide was allegedly pushed to suicide was another transgender kid. So an account called Common Trans W's has pushed a transgender kid into suicide. That's the irony. If it wasn't so tragic, the irony would be funny. But if that kid actually died, then yeah, it fucking isn't. It's so fucking stupid what these people do with these gimmick accounts. I say that running a gimmick account. Never let other people interfere with what you're doing. If you want to run a gimmick account, do it on your fucking own. And don't go into like virtue signal mode on every single fucking issue. Also, that kid was apparently a zoo. I don't know how true that is. And I think that was the reason that the kid got bullied by that gimmick account. I do recall them making a tweet that zoos and lolicons are bad, and that's why they don't deserve rights or something like that. These people are insane. I think a lot of these gimmick accounts are run by actual children themselves. Like, you think you got a platform, like, people just are there for your gimmick, not for your opinions. It's like if I was thinking that people come here for my fucking opinions. They're just here to talk to, they're just here to look at the shit that I post on Twitter and shit like that. I don't have the fucking delusions that people come here for my personality or my takes or my dyslexic fucking reading of Twitter threads, because that's fucking exciting, isn't it? So I don't have these sorts of illusions in my head. Well, yeah, gimmick accounts are strange. Everything sucks. Pikamee is graduating. I hope she has a few streams before she does. I don't know if she will. But we'll see. I just hope she has something. I mean, I hope she has fun at least until the graduation stream. I hope it's a really good one, just like the one Coco got, because the one that Coco got, that was fucking Kino. That shit was Kino. I enjoyed that. I've never seen the VTuber community come together in such a way as they did for Coco's graduation shit. I think most people have back then have put like their differences aside in order to say goodbye to her at that time. That stuff was like incredibly touching to see. I hope something similar happens with Pikamee, but considering how shit is right now, I doubt that's gonna be the case. With Coco, at least everyone would be able to shit on Chinese aunties. No one liked the fucking Chinese aunties. But this thing that happens with Pikamee is just a whole fucking division. So even during the stream, I imagine people are gonna be fighting, which is gonna suck for Pikamee. I don't think Pikamee would want to see that. But at the same time, Pikamee is not a terminally online Twitter fucking warrior, so I hope she doesn't fucking see it, and I hope none of that will get into her chat. I hope the chat is gonna be strictly moderated, so none of it goes through. And I hope she has fun on her last month of streaming. So that's everything I want for her. I'm not sure if she's gonna come back as a different character, because what would be the point? I mean, she's graduating as Pikamee for a very specific reason. What that reason is gonna be, I don't know if we'll find out. But I personally think the chances of her coming back are unlikely after this. I don't know. I wish for it to happen. I hope for it to happen. But I don't know if it's gonna happen. It would be cool if she did. But at the same time, I don't think, like, if she decided to graduate and take her model with her, which is not gonna happen because Gyari and Voms already announced that all of that stuff is gonna be deleted soon after she graduates, so she'll not be able to take her monster VTuber with her. If she comes back, she's gonna come back as something different, maybe something similar to the old Pikamee. And I do wonder how Tomoshika is gonna be handling it. She's the only one left now. Tomoshika is gonna be pretty fucking lonely. Hope she's doing well. I saw a chunk of her latest stream. Seemed like she was taking it pretty okay. So I hope Pikamee is also gonna be okay at the same time. Doesn't Pikamee own her isekai model? I'm not sure about that actually. If she owns that one or not, I would have to look it up. But personally, I really want her to take the original monster design with her, because that one's iconic. That one's really iconic. Let's see. The monster outfit is precious. I love that one. Yeah, the kaiju is pretty adorable. How to live a better life. Don't open Twitter ever. Yeah, it's true. This brings an argument that someone made in connection to Hogwarts Legacy before. There was some person that said that Twitter is like an essential tool for participation in society. That's why they're willing to pay Elon Musk for a fucking checkmark. And the funny part is that person is like a Hogwarts Legacy anti. So yeah, they're so terminally online. They think that Twitter is essential for their fucking social participation. Just fucking go offline. And it's not like that person was like working on Twitter. That was just like some weird personal account. And I don't think they had any sort of professional work to do on Twitter. You don't need Twitter. You don't need most of the internet to participate in today's society. There are people that are outcasts without internet, living completely fine without it. Just try that out. Try getting a spear and going into the woods for a week to try to survive. Without your phone, of course. Certain VTubers can do that. One very specific VTuber can do that. So once again, you don't need the internet, much less Twitter, to participate in any sort of society. Because the society on Twitter is a fucking clown car, or rather maybe even the whole circus. It's a circus that's occupied by several clown cars driving in circles and honking at each other. Sick, unhinged shit. I do some of my professional work on Twitter, which sucks. It's not my gimmick account. That would be very stupid. So I'm kind of forced to see a lot of that shit, but luckily I can moderate a lot of the content I see. Just customize my own experience so I never see stupid shit. Unless I want to see it. My personal feed on my personal accounts is all artwork. It's all 2D artwork and the best that Twitter has to offer, which is 2D porn. Anything else is superficial and unneeded. Hey, at least Pikamee can hang out with Bosch now. Yeah, she can. She can do a lot of things now. Though I do wonder what she's gonna do from this point onwards. In the grand scheme of things, Twitter is used by a small portion of the world population. It's not essential. Yes, it's not essential in the slightest. People that are on Twitter, those that are actually terming online, think that because, you know, there's so much shit going on Twitter, it's somehow encompasses the whole world. And, you know, you go offline and you ask any random person on the streets that, you know, isn't specifically walking around with their phone 24/7, and they'll never know what the fuck is going on Twitter. Twitter is not real life. It just isn't. It's like a twisted reflection of real life. It's the dystopian version of reality. Too bad a lot of the people on Twitter try to export that reality into the actual real world. I'm glad it's not working for the most part, at least not yet. But yeah, we're slowly kneading on the 2-hour point, and at this point I'm just shooting the shit. So we went through like everything that I wanted to go through in a very guerrilla stream that had no structure. Wasn't too bad because we got to talk about some stuff, and I can end it on a unhappy note, knowing that after this stream I'll go back and see the same shit on Twitter, people just going after each other relentlessly, and it's gonna be non-stop, and it's gonna escalate. I'm quite sure. I just wonder where it's gonna go. Are people just gonna go after each other and try to kill one another? Is someone gonna be creating another suicide hoax so activists can fucking co-opt that too? I don't fucking know. I don't want to know. Probably. I'm morbidly curious, but you know, I'd rather not know, but it's like looking at the train wreck in slow motion. You know it's fucking terrible, but you can't look away because it looks so fascinating. It's going so slow. The metal is getting bent out of shape. People are getting crushed. Bones are breaking. Blood is spilling out of every orifice. People are screaming. And that's the Twitter experience. But yeah, for now, I'll leave you guys alone. I don't want to keep you too long because, again, I'm just shooting the shit right now. So I'll play you off with a song that's gonna get bonked anyway. Since the stream was what the stream was, the whole stream might get bonked by Susan's replacement, but I don't really care too much. If it happens, it happens. But for now, you guys take care. Stay off Twitter, because that place isn't for you. It isn't for anybody. Stay hydrated, because that's the only thing you need to do to survive. At least for a few weeks before starvation mode kicks in. And you guys be good to one another. Take care.